Mentor once again. What's up, 23% Nation? This is your man, Coach D. Today, I'm back with Mentor Monday, where basically we talk about everything related to mentors. For today's video, I do have 5 objectives. Number 1, I want to define what a mentor is. Number 2, I want to offer you Coach D's tips. Number 3, I want to state who my mentor is for this particular video. Number 4, I want to share a quote from my mentor. And number 5, I'll let you know 3 reasons why I either agree or disagree with whatever my mentor is saying. So without any further delay, let's go ahead and dive just a little deeper. So objective number 1 is to define what a mentor is. 23% Nation, a mentor is anyone who gives help and advice to a less experienced person for an extended period of time. Now, a mentor can be anyone. It could be your doctor, your lawyer, your accountant. It could be your teacher, past or present, professor, past or present. It could even be your pastor or maybe even your priest. Now, objective number 2 is for me to offer you Coach D's tips. Tip number 1, believe it or not, guys, it's okay to have more than one mentor. That's right. I highly recommend that you have health mentors, wealth mentors, and relationship mentors. Tip number 2, find yourself a physical mentor, meaning someone that you can actually meet face to face and have a heart-to-heart conversation. If they can't meet you, then maybe they'll settle for a telephone call. Tip number 3 is to find yourself a virtual mentor. Now, a virtual mentor is different from a physical mentor. A virtual mentor is someone that you probably don't know, probably someone you've never met. However, you are exposed to them. Why? Because they are on the internet. They're online. So maybe they have their own YouTube channel. Maybe they write a blog. Or maybe they have their own podcast. That way you can read their words, watch their videos, or listen to whatever it is they have to say. And tip number 4 is to not always depend on friends and family members to be your mentors. Unless, and this is the key, unless they are doing exactly what it is you want to do in either the near future or the distant future. Now, for today's video, I want to talk with you about my mentor, who happens to be the one and only, I hope you're ready for this, Bishop T.D. Jakes. That's right, guys. Today's mentor is Bishop T.D. Jakes. Now, here are a few things that we need to know about the bishop. Number 1, T.D. actually stands for Thomas Dexter. Who knew? Also, guys, he's an author. One of his most famous books happens to be entitled Let It Go. Forgive so you can be forgiven. He's also a filmmaker. He was born June 9th, 1957. He has a wife and kids. And he is the bishop of the Potter's House, which, by the way, is located in Dallas, Texas. So, 23% Nation, if you're ever in Dallas, Texas, swing by the Potter's House and tell them Coach D said hello. All right, guys. Now, for today's video, I want to share one of the bishop's quotes. And it happens to be this. He says, your ability to resolve conflict will determine whether you succeed in any area of your life. I'll say it once again. T.D. Jakes says, your ability to resolve conflict will determine whether you succeed in any area of your life. Now, allow me to put this in context. The Bishop T.D. Jakes was basically given a sermon. And in his sermon, he was talking about the principle of forgiveness. That's right, guys, letting go. So what I would now like to do is offer you 3 vantage points of the principle of forgiveness. Here we go. Number 1 is to forgive. Guys, it's time to let go. Has anyone actually hurt you, right? Emotionally, financially, physically, Well, if they have, it's time to let go. Now, in order to facilitate this, here's one very important question that we need to ask ourselves. And that question is, how did I contribute to the situation? Here's what we have to understand, 23% Nation, is that we all have emotions, we all have thoughts, we all speak words, and we all perform actions. So, in some way, shape, or form, yes, you did contribute to that particular situation. Perspective number 2 is to now ask for forgiveness, especially from those that we have hurt, right? Physically, emotionally, financially, yes. Now, in order to facilitate us asking for forgiveness, here's one very important question that we need to ask, right? And it is, how can I empathize? How can I show empathy? Now, what does that mean? It simply means, how can I put myself in the other person's shoes? How can I see it from their perspective? And vantage point number 3 is to practice self-forgiveness. That's right, guys. It's now time to practice self-forgiveness. Here's the thing. A lot of times we carry around feelings of worry, guilt, shame, anger, and fear towards ourselves. That's right. Sometimes we are our own worst enemies. Now, here's a question that we need to ask ourselves in order to facilitate self-forgiveness. Is, what can I learn from that situation? Once again, that question is, what can I learn from that situation? Now, upon answering that question, here are 2 other things that we need to consider when practicing self-forgiveness. Is, what types of people am I hanging around, and what types of places am I going to, right? Are these people and are these places, are they promoting my sense of self-love, self-acceptance, and self-confidence? That's an answer. That's a question that only you can answer. So, believe it or not, guys, that's all that I have for you today. Always remember, let's eat well, feel well, think well, do well, be well. This is your man, Coach D. I'm signing out. Always remember to take care, God bless, and never, ever forget that Coach D loves you.